Welcome back to episode 13 of History of Games. Today is our first sequel. And why not be the most different sequel? Well, one of the most different. Aside from Mario 2. One of the most different sequels ever. Ever. So, today it's Zelda 2, The Adventures of Link. This game was completely different from its predecessor. They changed just about all the mechanics of this game. Even the map of Hyrule was different. Everything changed. They're just like, hey, let's make a new fucking game. That's what they did. And a lot of the things they did never came back again. Ever. There were some winks and nods to it maybe later in future releases, but very, very few and far between. Years after the first Zelda, Link is now 16. He's 16! And he's already saved Hyrule and the princess and defeated a giant pigman. Great. 16, he's already done that much. So a mark appears on Link's left hand, and it just so happens to look like the crest of Hyrule. What a coinky. Who would have thought? He seeks out Impa. He's like, hey, what the hell is this crap? And she's like, I show you. I don't know what she sounds like. So, she takes him to a castle, and is like, hey, check this out. I gotta show you something. I don't know why I'm whispering, but I'm gonna keep doing it for a little bit more. And puts his hand on a wall. The wall magically opens, because the seal reacts to it on his goddamn hand. And then inside that room is a sleeping maiden, known as Zelda. What? What is happening? It's not the same Zelda. It's a different Zelda. And she's like, I'll tell you about it. And he's like, okay, just stop whispering. I'm right here. There's no one else is here. It's just you and me. Stop whispering. And she's like, okay, last time, I promise. So she stops whispering. Very crucial point in the story. Impa tells Link that this is a Princess Zelda from a long time ago. The story is Zelda's brother. I know, she had a brother. What? Who was apparently a total dickwad. He wanted the Triforce. The only people that knew about the Triforce were Zelda and brother's recently dead dad and Zelda. So, he wanted the Triforce. Zelda was like, no way, bro. So, he being all Joffrey style was like, hey, I'm gonna get my wizard friend, and that'll teach her a lesson. So, he gets his wizard friend. Wizard friend shoots freaking magic at her, and puts her to sleep. Super sleep spell activated. And somehow wizard friend can't control the magic and it ends up killing him. So he puts her to sleep. Sleep spell kills person who casts spell. What? Can we talk about that for a second? Let's do a little nitty picky. Because what else am I gonna do? Not do that. A wizard, you have a wand. Let's even Harry Potter people, you can join in too. So you have a wand. You go to cast a spell to, like, bring the taco to your face, or turn the light on, or whatever you do. I don't know. Whatever you cast goddamn magic for. I don't know. But that's like every time you cast a spell, you have a gun that's facing your face, and it's just like Russian rouletting every time. And there's one bullet in the chamber, and then you cast that one spell, and it just shoots you right in the face. I don't know, it just seems silly. The brother tries and tries to wake up Zelda. Tries to break the spell. He can't ask Magician Friend because his wand gun shot him in the face. Dead. He got dead. So he can't be like, hey, why don't you try Uncast or something, or Dispel? You know, one of those spells that's in every fucking Magic RPG. He tries everything. Tries throwing water on her face. Just does all the stuff. Nothing works. He even gets really drastic. He goes on Twitter and he's like, I need thoughts and prayers for the Princess Zelda in Hyrule to help me out. Tweets it. He makes YouTube videos demanding likes. Just everyone sending their likes and their thoughts and prayers to him and her so it'll wake her up and break the spell. But no amount of thoughts and prayers or likes will break this spell. He hit Twitter pretty hard on it, too. See? Yeah, that's him. That's actually him. It's not an account I made for this joke, for this 2-second joke, and made some tweets. No. No, that's actually him. Put her in the castle tower, sealed it off, hoping that one day someone would be able to come by and just break the curse. Be like, oh, I have a curse breaker. Right here. They could just be like, curse broken. He made some laws that every princess after her will be named Zelda in her memory. Even though this situation was 1000% his fault. Because that's how it works. You make some tweets, and then everyone forgets that you're a bad person. Even though we all know you're trash. Impa tells Link, you're the chosen one. Like after Zelda, it's like Link. You're like 1, 2, your second build. You're number 2. See, it's not the Legend of Impa helping Link get some shit done, go to the grocery store. No. Adventures of Link. Because you're the chosen one, she gives you some ancient writings, and just, you know how, you can read it. You can just read it right there. You're like, oh, I've never seen this, oh, I understand it. Because that's how being chosen works. She gives you 6 crystals that you have to put in 6 statues. Once you put all these crystals in the statues, it opens the path to the Great Castle, where the Triforce is just hanging out. It's like, hey, I'm just chilling here, what's up? You need this Triforce to wake up Zelda. Who knew? The only thing that could save her is the thing that she knows where it is, but she's sleeping because someone cast Sleepy Time Magic and then shot himself in the face at the same time. So it's up to you, 16-year-old Link, the chosen one, already saved Hyrule, back at it again, back in action, Zelda 2 back in action. While all of this is happening, Ganon, you remember Mr. Pigman? From the first one, his little minions, his following, his little cult dudes, are trying to kill you. If Ganon's people kill you, they pour Link's blood on Ganon's ashes, and they mix it, and they make the worst chocolate milk ever. Somehow, this chocolate milk brings Ganon back to life. You go to each castle, you defeat the guardian in front of it, and then you place the stone in the statue, and you get out of there. And then you go to the big castle. You fight this flying thing. You fight your shadow. You get the Triforce, wish to wake her up, apparently, and it does, and a curtain falls, and allegedly you kiss. So, you kiss new old Princess Zelda. You're 16. So, 2 of the big honchos from the first Zelda came back. That, of course, is Miyamoto and Tezuka. Both came back for this one. But Miyamoto wanted this game to be completely different. This wasn't like an accident. He didn't lose a bet. This was all on purpose. They even got a completely different team to develop this game because they didn't want it to be the same game again. The Adventures of Link was released on the Family Computer Disk System in 1987. This was released 7 months before US got the first Zelda. They were already balls deep into 2 before we even got the first one. We didn't get the second one until 2 years after it released in Japan. So we got it 2 years later. This game is completely different than the first one. It went from a top-down view to a 2D side view. And they added other fun things like you have in 2D jumpers. Like bottomless pits of death. Just falling off a cliff and dying. They added lives. Instead of just a game over restart, it's a life, start back at the stupid castle where Sleeping Princess Zelda Classic is. One of the biggest things, and probably one of my favorite things about this game, is they had experience. So instead of just getting new equipment and items, so you would level up your health, magic, and your attack. Also, they have magic. You have magic spells. And this is the first game that has the downward thrust, which is, in my opinion, the best move in any Zelda game ever. Another little element they added was, instead of just the regular you attack in a straight line, like in the first one, there was jump attacks, there downward thrust, like I mentioned. There's crouch attacks, you block attacks with your shield, a little extra bit of attacking and defending, instead of just you hit them, they hit you. So they also had a bunch of little changes from the Family Computer Disk System to the Nintendo port. A lot of stupid little stuff, nothing completely different. It didn't change or break the game in any way. It was just little aesthetic things that they fixed. The music wasn't as good because apparently the chip in the Family Computer Disk System was better than the Nintendo, so they kind of had to scroll the music back a little. The game over screen was completely different. Link actually has a mouth. New old Zelda's chamber has some torches in it, which is great. She can have some light while she sleeps. They also had a way bigger budget for curtains. The overworld monsters looked different. Oh, and also there was an overworld. Huge diff. So it goes top down, overworld, 2D playing stuff. Also there was towns. There was towns and people to interact with. Some items look different. The cross on the church no longer belongs on r/mindly infuriating, a Reddit where people just complain about the most mundane details. Like, oh, this tile is slightly tilted. Oh, into my life, please. It's just a bunch of crybabies crying about something stupid, but it belongs there because it's slightly off-center. Look at it. It's terrible. How could they? The King's Tomb is less ominous. The biggest thing is the intro. Several years after Ganon was destroyed, Link learns from Impa about another sleeping Princess Zelda. What? He is told she can only awaken with the No.3 T-R-Y, force, sealed in the Great Sanctuary at Dis Valley. To remove the seal, crystals must be embedded into a stone statue standing in 6 sanctuaries. Link sets out on an adventurous quest. Copyright 1987 Nintendo. And for the Nintendo version, they changed it to this. After Ganon was destroyed, Impa told Link a sleeping spell was cast on Princess Zelda. She will wake only with the power of the No.3 Triforce sealed in a palace in Hyrule. To break the seal, crystals must be placed in statues in 6 well-guarded palaces. Link set out on his most adventuresome quest yet. Copyright 1987 Nintendo. And yes, adventuresome is a word. It's just dumb, so nobody uses it. Also, you're going to call your second quest ever your most adventuresome quest? What? It's not hard when you've only had one before it. I mean, yeah, you saved the land and a princess and defeated a giant pigman, but come on, seriously. Quest number 2, we're going to get all like, oh, your biggest adventure. What if this one's easy? You don't know. And the sanctuary is swapped to well-guarded palaces. It's like a classic, I forgot how to spell this, so I'm going to use a completely different group of words instead. That's like meet me at the restaurant, meet me at the place we ate last week. Bye. So this game got very positive reviews. Sold over 4.3 million copies. It's the most popular game for the NES in 1988. And it was re-released on the GameCube. On the Master Collection. And then, of course, it was released later on the Virtual Console, Game Boy Advanced. Well, this game did very well back then. It seems nowadays, whenever it comes up, it's always kind of like negative. It's like, oh, this was such a departure from the series. But there were some things I really liked how they did. Although to me, A Link to the Past is the perfect Zelda game. Because they did everything right. It's perfectly balanced. It seems that all the other games after that were kind of like the same like build. So like they found the formula and they just modded a few things and just kept going. Which I get, it makes sense because when you nail it, I mean, what else do you have to do? You just keep it going. Change enough, do something different, and bam, you got a series that'll go on forever. It's one of the reasons why I like Breath of the Wild the most, because it was so different. Didn't feel as much like a Zelda game. It felt like another game with a bunch of weird Zelda qualities. I don't know. Also, it was way difficult. But you also tripped and fell and died over like a rock. Wow, Link, killing it. You have to fight a monster and you get killed by a stone. That's this episode. Hog! History of games. What did you think of the departure from the classic Zelda formula? Did you like it like me? Or are you everyone else and you're just going to be a complete dick about it? The choice is yours. Let me know.
And now for something completely different.
The Legend of Zelda continues. Defeat your enemies, save the kingdom, use your sword. Beware. I cannot help you.
Find the crystals. Rescue the princess.
Zelda 2. The Adventure of Link.
Also, I just want to end on a serious note. We need your support in these trying times. Please hit like and send your thoughts and prayers, because we need 50,000 likes to wake up Princess Zelda. So it's up to you guys. We need your thoughts and prayers. Tweet at me, like, comment, all the stuff. We gotta save this Princess Zelda. Tweet your thoughts and prayers. Let's fix this with social currency. Means nothing, but let's do it. It's up to you guys. Unless you want her to sleep forever. How could you? Thanks for watching. I will see you jerks next time.